Hey, Chris. Yeah, it's Cooper. Yeah, we got a Taylor presentation series in. I was thinking I'd do a video on it today. You want me to wait for you? All right. Yeah, man. Yeah, all right, dude. Yeah, I'll wait for you. All right, later. Do it. How's it going, y'all? My name is Cooper Greenberg here at Alamo Music Center in San Antonio, Texas. You can find us online at alamomusic.com. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe to our channel. We're trying to reach 100,000 subscribers. We're getting there at a great rate thanks to you guys, so we really appreciate your support. Today, we're continuing my personal favorite series that we like to do over here at Alamo on our YouTube channel, the cheap versus expensive. And as you saw in our intro, this is like the Chris McKee dream video because he loves talking Taylors. He loves a beautiful Taylor in the room with him. But unfortunately, it is Chris's week off. He's out of town. Parents are out of town, so we are doing whatever we want over here. So I am taking the liberty to do Taylor cheap versus expensive, and this is probably the most exorbitant, over-the-top version of this that we have done yet. And in a lot of the previous ones, we did a Martin one, did a Fender one, a Yamaha. There's always kind of a multiplier of, is this one sound 10 times better because that's 10 times the price. We often leave prices out of our videos because they're always subject to change. This is over 10 times a price difference though, so it's really kind of somewhat of a stupid question, but there's a lot to get into. This is a Taylor 114E up against the presentation series PS14ce. And just right off the bat, this guitar brand new online in the store will cost you about $799. This one is a cool $10,000. So that kind of puts it as probably the most expensive guitar I've ever had the pleasure of playing. It is a crazy price to ask for a guitar, but they have kind of loaded this thing up with everything someone who needs a presentation guitar could ever ask for. So I'm going to run through the specs of both of these, talk a little bit about why that price difference kind of exists in the first place, and then we're going to do some demos to see if you really can hear the difference. But I'm going to start with this guy right here. This is the 114E, as I said. Previously, you might have seen this in a 114ce, but it no longer has the cutaway. This is the lowest kind of in their numbered series. So you can get an Academy from Taylor that is also kind of one of their more entry-level priced. You can get a GS Mini, but when it starts getting to the 100 all the way through the 900 series, this is kind of where you would start off. So obviously, we've talked about the body shapes of Taylor, how they're named. This is a 114, that 14, well, the 4 implies that it is the Grand Auditorium body style. Another reason why I kind of chose these two is the comparison because they are both ending in 4. They're both Grand Auditorium. But this one is a spruce top with layered walnut back and sides. It has a maple neck, which is not new, but somewhat new, you know, and it is made in Mexico, so right off the bat, wood pairings, non-solid back and sides, and made in their Mexico factory is going to be anything, I believe, 200 and below from Taylor. So that kind of starts you with your price difference right there. Anything that's not made in America is going to be their more lower priced options. But this is a Taylor through and through. It has the ebony fingerboard. It's very comfortable guitar. It has these die-cast chrome tuners. They're not the Taylor branded tuners, but they are just like them. And, you know, all in all, it is a great guitar for what it is. If you're going to go for anything under $1,000, this would probably be on most lists that you would find. As you can see, this is not the black graphite nut of the 300 series and above. So this does have X bracing. It does not have Taylor's new V-Class bracing, which isn't all that new, you know, at the time of making this video. They've already got C-Class going on for the GTs, but this is an X-braced laminate back and sides, but solid top acoustic guitar from Taylor. It is probably one of the most popular under $1,000 acoustic guitars. It has electronics. It does have an ES2 pickup system in here, which is a nice segue into even the presentation series has the ES2 in it. So I'm going to switch these two, talk about what makes them similar and what makes them vastly different. The PS14 exists in a sort of special area for Taylor. If you think of the 800 series, which has been kind of newly redesigned as their flagship, kind of the top of the line, spruce, rosewood pairing, beautiful inlays. The 800 series is kind of where they've made their flagship. The 900 being beautiful guitars as well, but just a little more adorned, a little more special aesthetically. The presentation series is somewhat reserved for this upper echelon of beauty, almost creating more of an art piece. But it is a Taylor guitar that makes Taylor sound, so it's a beautiful guitar, even though it is, some might say, a little more art than instrument. Why not both? So as you can see, this is not a spruce top, and this is not a top of anything normal. This is Sinker Redwood, which is present on all of their presentation series. And you might have seen a video that Chris did a while back talking about some limited edition PS14s and 914s that had Macassar ebony back and sides. This is not that guitar. This has Tasmanian blackwood back and sides, solid tone wood, very pretty mid-range, a lot of shimmery top end. And besides just a crazy exotic, if you didn't know, by the way, Sinker Redwood is literally redwood trees that have been submerged underwater and just have this amazing, very symmetrical, parallel, wild, almost 3D grain structure. And to me, it's kind of chocolatey to the eye. It's very beautiful, but also I would say this guitar aesthetically probably would be one of the most polarizing guitars due to its price, but also its aesthetic. This thing is adorned in Paua, abalone, and ebony all over the place on this kind of contoured, very subtle, contoured carve right there. This has Goto 510 tuners that are the 21:1 ratio. The back of the headstock also has an ebony cap on it. And up here at the Taylor logo, there's more abalone, there's mother of pearl. Everywhere that they could stick a piece of beautiful adornment on this guitar, it is there. Like you might see in other higher end Taylors, this has the Honduran mahogany neck, satin finish neck. This is a all glossy guitar. As you can see, this is a satin finish guitar. But like I said, they both have the same pickup in them. So it'll be really interesting with the same pickup picking up the sound to hear if you can, really pick up that much of a difference. We did a Martin video not too long ago that had different pickups in the lower level versus higher level guitar. And with electric guitars, a lot of times you're going to have, custom shop pickups in a custom shop guitar, and like Squier standard pickups in the, Stratocasters that we did a while back. But I think this is kind of an interesting case to make, that we're really hearing the difference in wood. We're hearing solid wood versus laminate. We're hearing spruce top versus Sinker Redwood. And when it comes down to it, how does 13 pounds of abalone affect the resonance of a guitar? But I really want to get down to some playing demos, so let's hear what these guitars have to do, and then I'll give you kind of my opinion on where I stand between these two. So stick around. So there you have it. There's a little playing between the two of these guitars that both kind of do really well within their own ranks. I would say that since the PS14 is such an affordable guitar, obviously I would point any guitarist, even if you're just getting started, you're going to want to pick up one of these because that is just nothing compared to this. But my actual opinion is that I personally, and like a lot of you, probably see this guitar as a lot of overkill. This is a very niche, very special guitar for one very special person that wants to spend $10,000 on an acoustic guitar and hopefully spend a lot more than that on safes and bulletproof glass and everything. The 114 as a guitar under $1,000, under $900, you can probably get this thing for under $800. A lot of places maybe find one used. The 114 is kind of the perfect entry-level Taylor. I would also recommend maybe checking out the 200 series because you can get an awesome guitar. It does not have solid back and sides, but once you get into the kind of 300 American-made Taylors, you are going to be paying well over $1,500, and that might not be very attractive to somebody that's just getting started. But I would like to maybe point out that a lot of times, especially with Taylor, but across all guitar manufacturers, there's kind of a certain price range that you hit. For some, that might be a little over $1,000. Some that might be right around $2,000. You are going to be paying a lot for aesthetics over a certain kind of range. I think that the Goldilocks Taylor, for my personal opinion, would be like a 314 because you're going to get all solid wood. You're going to have close to no aesthetic adornments, but you are going to get something that will age much better than a laminate guitar. It's going to sound better over time, and it's an American-made guitar. Now, for a PS14, I cannot lie and say that I wasn't super giddy to be able to play this thing. Every time we get one in the store, which is rare, everybody rushes to take pictures of it and to play it and try it out. They are kind of, an impeccable piece of woodworking, of art, of, design, and they sound amazing. I mean, they have that signature, very sparkly bell-like chime of a high-end Taylor that everybody loves. Some people love, but I think that it's really nice the way that they've kind of outlined the 800 series as if you're going to get a high-end Taylor and you're going to spend, over $3,000, over $4,000. The 800 series is perfect for anybody that wants a crazy, beautiful, high-end Taylor guitar, and this will go to one very special person in $10,000. But for me, I would love to hear what y'all's thoughts are. If you're a collector, this is going to be the one for you. If you're trying to pick up guitar and you want Taylor on the headstock and you want great quality imported guitar, the 114 is pretty hard to go wrong with. But as always, thank you guys for watching. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments, so please, down below, let us know what you think. Please subscribe to the channel, and we'll see y'all next time. Once again, you guys, thank you very much for watching. If you want to learn more about the guitar, check out Alamo Music. Oh, Pat.
Hey everybody, I love guitar videos just like you do. But guess what? Alamo Music Center has another YouTube channel. You can check out all the piano and keyboard reviews that we have and see more of me. Cooper, do we have another one of those? He's fine.